The movie begins with earthquakes occurring in a city in Sweden. Because of that, everything starts getting destroyed. The people there have no idea where the next quake will strike. For safety, everyone is forced to evacuate the area. The earthquakes in the city are caused due to underground mining. Later, a group of friends are partying near the mining site. While partying, they notice a crack in the ground. As they're observing it, the crack suddenly widens and they all fall into it. Next, we are introduced to a woman named Frigga. She is the security in charge of the city's mining area. Using a special gadget, Frigga goes to inspect the earthquakes happening near the mining zone and checks their intensity. After her inspection, she meets her fiancé. On the same day, Frigga remembers that it's her son's birthday. She decides to surprise her son by visiting him along with her ex-husband. But when they reach home, her son isn't there. Before Frigga can figure out where her son is, a massive earthquake strikes. She checks the Richter scale and finds that the quake has a 3.8 magnitude, which confirms there is real danger in that area. She then tells her daughter to go search for her brother while she decides to head to the mining zone. As Frigga steps outside the house, she sees a dog running fast out of the city, as if it senses a big disaster is coming. Frigga ignores it and proceeds to the mining area. Frigga knows the mountains around the mining site better than anyone else because she has been working there as a security in charge for a long time. Inside the mines, 108 workers are trapped. A rescue task is launched to get them out. Despite the risks, Frigga decides to go into the mines herself to investigate the cause of the explosion. Her ex-husband joins her because he is the mining in charge. After going 520 meters deep into the mine, Frigga starts tapping on the mountain walls to detect damage. Using drone cameras, she discovers that due to continuous blasting, the surface area of the mountains has become very weak. She gently strikes the rock with a pickaxe, and even with that small hit, several rocks crumble, revealing a large hollow space behind the wall. This could be extremely dangerous. Meanwhile, Frigga's daughter is searching for her brother. Through her friends, she finds out that he had gone towards the mining area a while ago to party. Back in the mines, Frigga investigates the hollow area and discovers that it stretches up to 1.5 kilometers in length. Above that hollow area lies the entire city. At any moment, the city could collapse into it. In the next scene, we see a young boy playing. As he plays in the soil, the ground beneath him starts to sink. Just before he completely falls into the earth, his parents rush and save him. Inside the mines, Frigga orders her ex-husband to evacuate the city. As the security in charge, she realizes that the city could cave in at any time. Her ex-husband dismisses her concern, saying, "Maybe the mountains are adjusting by leaning against each other." Frigga responds, "The situation here is really bad. Things won't go the way you think. We don't have time. We have to evacuate the city." As they are talking, the mining area they're standing on begins to collapse. They run and narrowly escape the danger. Meanwhile, Frigga's fiancé gets a message from the rescue team that the city's water pipes have burst due to the earthquake. Insects start emerging from the ground and entering the city, and animals begin fleeing as if they sense a great disaster is coming. At the same time, the 108 workers are still trapped inside the mines. Just a short while ago, Frigga had begun the rescue mission to get them out. In the next scene, Frigga's fiancé sees Frigga's daughter running after someone. He follows her and catches up to both of them. He asks her, "Why are you chasing him?" She replies, "He's my brother's friend. He knows where my brother is." Then the boy says, "We stole Frigga's car and went to party near the mining area. I drank too much and lost consciousness." He admits that now he has no idea where Frigga's son is. The next scene shows Frigga sitting inside a safety truck deep inside the mines, visibly worried and scared. She knows that the hollow space between the mountains could cause them to collapse on everyone at any moment. If the mountains fall, the entire city will be destroyed. Frigga, thinking more about saving the city than her own life, sits anxious and determined. Rocks inside the mining area continue to fall. Frigga decides to leave the place, risking her life, because she wants to ensure the city is evacuated in time. Suddenly, they discover that the exit path has been blocked. But instead of giving up, they start looking for an alternate route. After walking a long distance, they find another path, but that too turns out to be closed. At that moment, Frigga notices a hole between the rocks. Frigga decides to escape through the hole she found. She carefully removes small rocks and manages to crawl outside. Then her ex-husband tries to come through the same hole, but he struggles as it's too narrow for him. Frigga, despite not wanting to, hits him on the head with a pickaxe, causing him to lose consciousness so she can pull him out more easily. After that, she drags him out of the hole. One by one, several of Frigga's colleagues also escape through the hole. When the last colleague tries to come out, her foot gets stuck between some small rocks. Frigga desperately tries to pull her out, but loose rocks shift and fall on the woman, crushing her. Sadly, she dies on the spot. In the next scene, we see Frigga's fiancé and her daughter arriving near the mining area, searching for Frigga's son. They go to the same place where the group of friends had gone to party at the beginning of the movie. There, they spot a large crack in the ground, and from inside it, they hear a phone ringing. When they look inside, they see a boy and the ringing phone. Frigga's daughter then tries calling her brother, but his phone doesn't ring from inside the crack, confirming that her brother is not down there. Meanwhile, even though Frigga has made it out of the mines, she's in deep emotional shock because she just lost her dear colleague and friend. Finally, they escape from the mines and Frigga receives a call from her daughter, who says, "I'm on top of the mining mountains. Brother came here to party. He's somewhere around this area." Frigga immediately warns her, saying, "Don't go toward the city. It could be destroyed at any moment. Get away from the city as fast as you can." Following Frigga's orders, the citywide alarm is triggered. As the siren blares, chaos erupts in the city. People rush out onto the streets. No one knows what is going to happen next. Suddenly, a massive crack opens up in the road. Frigga's car gets stuck in the crack. Everyone around is in shock and stands frozen. Frigga and her ex-husband start yelling to the crowd, telling them to run for their lives and evacuate the city. But nobody listens. Within seconds, the crack on the road grows wider. Frigga's daughter is inside the car. Frigga's fiancé immediately rescues her just in time. Frigga watches from a distance as the mines beneath the mountains collapse. Within just a few seconds, the entire city begins to cave in, sinking into the ground. Dust and smoke from the collapsing mountains spread across the entire city like a wave. In front of their eyes, countless people perish in the destruction. Frigga and the surviving few stand in absolute shock at the catastrophic event. The injured people are taken to the hospital. Frigga is also there at the time. While she's at the hospital, Frigga's son's friend tells her, "Your son went to a school near the mines to party. Search there, you might find him." Without a second thought, Frigga takes her entire family and rushes to the school. But when they get there, they see that the school is completely destroyed. They fear that her son might be dead. As they continue searching for him, they suddenly hear the voice of an injured girl, followed by her son's voice. Frigga's son had fallen into a basement room as the roof above had collapsed on top of him. Frigga first tries to save the injured girl, tossing down a rope to help her. Her family members also come forward to help. But Frigga warns them not to come too close, as she knows the ground is very unstable. There's a huge hole underneath, just like the one she saw in the mountains earlier. But before they can rescue the girl, she dies on the spot. Frigga then grabs a pipe and climbs down to rescue her son. As she moves around in the rubble, an iron rod pierces her leg. She starts bleeding heavily, but she's focused only on saving her son. While they're trapped, she tells her son, "If you don't like my fiancé, I won't marry him. If you say so, I'll go back to your dad." Her son replies, "No, Mom. I just want you to be happy and stay with us." Frigga smiles and says, "That's exactly what I want too." While they're talking, Frigga's family throws a table down with a cable wire attached, trying to help them escape. Her son jumps onto the table and climbs toward Frigga to help her. The iron rod is still stuck in her leg, and she can't move. Meanwhile, Frigga's daughter also comes near the sinkhole to help. Both children work together to remove the rod from their mother's leg. Then they make her sit safely in place. First, Frigga's son climbs up, and then they try to pull Frigga up. But the platform she's sitting on begins to collapse. Frigga might fall and die, but they don't give up. Her daughter shifts the table toward her. Frigga jumps onto the table. The table starts to strain under her weight, so Frigga's ex-husband grabs the cable wire, holding the table to support it. However, there is live electricity running through the cable. He is electrocuted and dies, but before dying, he tells Frigga's fiancé, "Take care of my children for the rest of your life." After this emotional moment, the rescue team arrives. They help rescue everyone from the site. Though they survive, none of them will ever forget the tragic events that unfolded that day. And with that, the movie ends. Thank you for watching our movie recap. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing for more great content. Your support means a lot to us. Have a wonderful day.